has assured campaigners that the government does intend to bring in a ban on importing hunting trophies and that it will do so in the next few months. This comes after reports that the government intended to U-turn on their manifesto pledge because of organised opposition from some Tory lords.
Yes, well, joining us now is Diggory Hadoke, a firearms dealer and writer who's staunchly opposed to any trophy import ban. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us. First of all, the obvious question, I suppose, is why are you opposed to a trophy hunting ban?
Well, I think, first of all, we've got to think about what that achieves. There's no point bringing in legislation of any type unless it achieves something, and I think the whole premise on which it's based is a false one. It's chucked in with a great swathe of other stuff, which I think is actually very sensible. So we've got things like shark finning and foie gras and things like that, which are probably good things to oppose, but to try and throw in the idea that sport hunting abroad is detrimental to the longevity of the animals that people are trying to focus on is just not true. So the effect, if you like, of bringing in this trophy ban will be no more than, in fact, it will be counterproductive. The people who are bringing it in think it's going to save animals and lead to fewer animals being killed. It won't. It'll actually lead to more animals being killed, more areas being degraded, more land which is currently protected by hunting concessions.
Yeah, no, I get all of that, but
to encroachment by cattle ranching and by human habitation, and what we end up with as an unhappy result of this sort of misguided legislation is fewer animals in fewer places and a degraded
okay, fine, all right, I get all of this stuff, right? You have got a tiger's head behind you, haven't you? And also, as well, why do you enjoy killing animals?
Let me answer the first question. Yes, but it's from about 1900, 1890. It's just a relic.
All right, fine. Why do you enjoy killing animals?
Is this about... okay, I won't dodge the question.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy killing animals. I enjoy hunting.
You enjoy
hunting? Hunting isn't just killing animals. Hunting is an entire process. I can't explain to you now or convert you into understanding the benefits of hunting as a lifestyle choice any more than I could explain to you the desire to climb a massive mountain or to endure all sorts of other.
If you climb a mountain, but if you climb a mountain, something doesn't die at the end.
Exactly what it is in order to do that. But the point here is we're discussing the conservation benefits or the not conservation benefits of banning people from doing this. And I can show you a lot of examples where managed conservation through hunting, which provides value to the animals and money to the local people, directly leads to conservation outcomes which are positive. If you remove it, we know what happens.
Is that what you do?
All you have to do is look around. Sorry, carry on.
No, sorry, is that what you do? Or do you just go hunting?
Which bit?
The bits that you mentioned there about conservation and the preservation of the habitat, or do you just go hunting?
Well, I do both, actually. For example, if we look closer to home, because what we do here is probably quite a good example of what's achievable elsewhere. So here we have, for example, a unique bird, the red grouse. It doesn't occur anywhere else in the world. And through a policy of looking after its habitat, shooting off the excess birds so that they don't succumb to disease and degradation and population peaks and troughs, we've got a really healthy population of red grouse living in their natural environment. They're not released. All we do is look after them. And we've got this thing that we should be really proud of. Another thing would be the red deer that we have in Scotland and the other deer species that we have living in balance with our managed farmed economy and countryside. We have good numbers of these. If you look, for example, at a Scottish estate like Blair Athol, they've been using managed hunting on Blair Athol of people going out with rifles, shooting off the weaker animals, shooting off the genetically infirm animals, taking off the excess animals so that the animals that survive continue to survive and thrive on the habitat that remains for them, and that succeeds. We now have healthy herds of red deer on the Scottish hills, a healthy environment, and this can be replicated in other areas like Africa, where the big threat to animals is encroachment. It's competition with humans for land.
Can you understand why people might think it's a bit weird to go out of your way to kill an animal? You could just take up squash or something, go jogging, you know?
Well, it doesn't really matter, because how you feel about something and how I feel about it doesn't. A lot of people would argue that it's immoral to eat meat, full stop. And that's a position that you can quite legitimately take for yourself. But what we actually have to look for in terms of policy from a government point of view, which actually has repercussions, actions have reactions, and the reaction that you will get from stopping the hunting of animals in a responsible way, in managed concessions, in countries where the people who live there and manage it and know best say that this is their chosen conservation strategy.
Look, Diggory, we do have to. We do have to leave it there.
You purport to want to keep.
We do have to leave it there.
Also, by the way, sorry, I know we had a bit of back and forth there, but you're perfectly entitled to your view, and your life is your life. So obviously, we had a bit of back and forth, but I'm not,
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to listen to. Look, it's not for me, but I've enjoyed listening to you and the arguments you've made. I think many of them seem perfectly plausible to me, but again, not for me.
Could I just say to you, that's I agree, I appreciate that, but it's not just me. A whole group of Southern African community leaders wrote to a whole load of celebrities last year.
Diggory, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to cut you off.
We can't do our own animals the way we see fit. We know better.
We will definitely have you on again. We'd love to hear from you and talk more about that, but we do have to leave it there, Diggory.
If we don't go to the news now, I get shot. So
a firearms dealer and a writer.
Your listeners, thank you.
If you couldn't tell, is staunchly opposed to the trophy import ban. But anyway, now we're finally going to take you to the headlines, and we will